I loved basketball. So funny story, I started playing basketball before I started playing water polo. It was kind of my brother that got me into water polo. So quick story, I was 7 years old, my brother was 11, and my dad was like, hey, you're spending too much time on the computer and outside playing, like I need to get you involved into something. Friends, I was like, okay, basketball is what I love. Like I watch basketball, NBA, all that stuff. Even though I was little, I couldn't care less. People were dunking, I loved it. And my brother had a best friend in school that played water polo in a nearby club. And so he was like, oh my God, my best friend's playing water polo, I want to play water polo. So he got into water polo, I got into basketball. The months go by, and my dad is like, hey, you still have too much time on your hand. Like, I'm signing you up for another sport, what do you want? I think it was my brother that said like, oh, why don't you put him in water polo? Like, it's really cool, I love it. And he was like, all right. And he literally took me that night to the club that my brother played at and signed me up. Well, basketball I do love. It is more financially heavy on my family, and also it is harder to get kind of around. So I was like, okay, water polo might be something I'm actually good at. So it's not just I'm a big boy and like basketball, I can just push people around. People are gonna grow at some point. So I think I chose the right thing. John did me solid, and he talked to Maisha, and he really put his foot down and said, hey, this is the kid that I believe in. This is the kid that I think will benefit this program. It was a really cool experience. It was supposed to be just so. Our assistant coach, Arturo, he sent out a Google Doc and he was like, hey, who do you want to escort? And I was like, oh, nobody's here, so I'm going to go alone. And then I didn't know, but McBride was standing there. He's like, I'm going to be your dad for a day if you allow me to, because my dad died, so he was like super nice about it. And I was like, oh, obviously. And then Maisha was standing above us just in the stands, and she was like, hey, like, who's escorting you out? Do you want me to escort you out? And I was like, I think it's John doing it, but hey, you want to be my mom? And she was like, I love to. And so she came down, and yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. Yeah, so currently my father has passed. It was 2019 now, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, my dad passed away. He had lung cancer that was, I believe, stage 3 or 4 when they discovered it, and it moved on to his liver, which was really hard. And I remember Wednesday of 3rd of July, I was sitting on my computer with my brother. My brother was playing some video game. I was watching it. That was like our routine, and we were talking. And my mom was like, "Oh, go check up on your dad." And so we went to the master bedroom, and he was there, and he was like kind of like low-key choking. And we were like, okay, maybe we should call mom. So we yelled mom, she came through, we called 911, and soon after he passed. It actually brought us closer together, and I couldn't be more happy for that. I love all of them. My mom is a saint. I could talk about her for hours now. I don't know if you want me to, but, and yeah, my sister and my brother, love them endlessly, and hope they are healthy and all that. A lot of times I compare water polo, being a good water polo player, with being a good playmaker in basketball, so being a point guard and being a quarterback in NFL. You have to read the offense. You have to read the defense, excuse me. You have to be able to read the defense. So in water polo, you have to read how they play the zone, what zone they play. Based on that, you know where the ball goes in a certain part of the pool. Based on that, they have to zone from that side, so you know how you move. If they don't do that, then you know what, like, there's a lot of moving pieces that you have to make. There's game time decisions that are made in the split of a second. I couldn't be more proud of this senior class, because coming in, I had my starting role. I started as basically as one of the best players in the league. So Cooper, that his most progress he has made was the off season of freshman year. Me and him were shooting and blocking each other every single practice. And I think he made the most progress offensively and defensively because he got to play the center defender as a starter sophomore year. And then obviously moving forward, he has become, in my opinion, the best center defender on the East Coast and one of the best center defenders in the U.S. Cullen has made progress because freshman year he didn't play much. He stayed behind Tommy, Marco, and Rasha. Junior year is when he got a lot of experience, which ultimately benefited him to be a starter, solid starter this year. And Logan, I think Logan, if I had to say besides McBride, if there was one person on this team that pushes me on a day-to-day, it is Logan. Because freshman year, I told him, you're not good enough to play. Him, and now, obviously, I respect him as a leader and somebody. He might not have an official captain role, but he is a captain on this team. I know he has aspirations of playing professionally, and so I have no doubt that he will be successful in doing so. And I know that he has aspirations playing for U.S. national team. And I tell him maybe in 2024 and 2028 we'll play together for U.S. national team. Who knows? There are a lot of people have asked me that over the past 3 months because once you get that senior role, everybody's like, what are you going to do after? What are you going to do after? And I'm like, I don't know. Please don't ask me. I know that I have the ability to play professionally. But I think my bigger aspiration, and it is something that I want more than playing professionally, is playing for United States. I think playing for United States for the national team here would be a dream come true. And so, simple answer is, I hope I get a job and down the road I play for United States. So.